Guys, how's everyone? Yeah, I hope okay lang kayo. And yeah, yung mga naka-attend dito, I hope okay lang kayo. Dito, umulan, but nothing terrible. Yan, sige. So, if you have, yun nga, yung mga GC ninyo with your accountability group,
Recording in progress.
ano lang, well, first of all, let's check on them, kung okay lang ba sila. And then, in case nakalimutan nila na we have the session tonight, just let them know. Give them the link. Yan, I resent it sa chat. Sige, so first of all, just in consideration of the ongoing heavy rains, I just wanted to put it out there na, if you have emergency situations sa bahay or yung loved ones niyo meron, please go ahead and prioritize them. Uh, Lalo if kayo rin mismo, yung mental and emotional state nyo medyo affected at this time. Yeah, just reach out sa AC and ask for help. Tapos yeah, like I said, check on your ACs as well. How's my audio? Naririnig ba ako? Siyempre, ang dami ko nang sinabi. Tapos before I check kung nadidinig ba ako. Ayan, okay. Sige. So now we are actually going ahead with the training for tonight. Naisip kasi namin kanina na instead of canceling, I mean, importante nga yung safety natin, safety ng mga loved ones. But this is also like an important topic then. And for those naman na hindi heavily disrupted, we decided na mag-proceed with the training. So we'll record this naman and i-upload natin sa Atlas for those na hindi makakapunta tonight. Speaking of Atlas, merong bug eh. Some members are unable to access the site sa iOS 17.6.1, something like that. So hindi pa clear yung root cause, but we're working on the fix at the moment. So if you have a different device or pwede makihiram muna sa family, if you need to access the site, please do that na lang in the meantime. But yeah, we're working on the fix. Okay, so punta na tayo dun sa sa training natin for tonight. Welcome sa Life Mastery session natin for October. So I'm Luis, head of product team ng Tribe. And as I do every month, andito lang ako to introduce yung trainer natin for the once a month Life Mastery sessions, which is where we get to learn skills and tools for every area of life. So beyond siya dun sa freelancing lessons natin. So yung today's topic right here on the poster is something na kami sa team, we've been excited about it for a while. And based sa responses nung in-announce namin yung topic, mukhang tribe members are also excited for it as well. So without further ado, today's coach is the founder of Fearless Orange. They are an e-commerce website development agency focused on CRO. CRO is conversion rate optimization. Basically, in short, they design your website to improve the number of successful sale transactions. So they have a ton of experience and expertise on the Shopify platform. So yung coach natin tonight, she joined Tribe in early 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I think wala pa siyang 20 years old nun. And within about a year, parang she got her freelancing business dialed in na. Nagbe-build na siya ng momentum. And since then, it's been steady growth. Ever since up to today. She was also, I think for the newer members na hindi alam, she was also a former tribe coach for a while. So hindi ko na maalala kung kailan exactly yun. But nag-part din siya ng coaching team sa tribe for several months din yun. So besides that, Marami pa siyang ibang ginagawa. I think the list is probably maubusan tayo ng oras if we enumerate all of them here. But basically, that's one of the reasons nga why several members of the tribe team identified her as somebody we might be able to learn something from. Kasi nga, madami siyang nagagawa in the same 24 hours a day that we all have. So I think excited naman tayo lahat to learn from her. So let's all welcome our trainer for today, si Michelle Carpio.
Hi,
Yeah,
good evening.
Hi, Michelle. Kamusta ka? Is everything okay dyan sa
I
area?
am dry and safe. So
Ah.
hopefully everyone is dry and safe as well. Kasi ang lakas ng ulan and ang lakas ng hangin. So hopefully everyone here, even your family members are doing okay. Hi, Dean. Actually, ang dami mong kakilala dito
Yeah,
sa
dami
may...
kong fans dito, yeah. So
Diba?
thank you for doing this session dito sa Tribe. I think lahat tong 150 230 na pala tayo. Ang dami. Daming sumali in the last few minutes na dumadaldal ako. So yeah, thank you for doing this session sa Tribe. Actually, you had a post way back, I think July pa yata or August, I believe. Parang fitness before and after yung photo mo. But in the caption, like you talked about yung self-discipline and yung parang grit mo to actually achieve that, and well, not just that but everything else. So yun actually yung time na napag-usapan namin sa LND team na okay, pasok natin to sa Life Mastery, hindi pa natin alam kung ano yung magiging topic. But yeah, buti we finally got around to doing it. So
Yeah.
ano ka ba sa topic? Parang like how did you feel nung parang when I gave you like the topic for tonight?
I am quite confident at first. Confident and quite nervous because this is like my first time talking about building a routine. So yeah, I had to like create my slides from scratch kasi nga this is my first time. And when I joined R2S or Ready to Scale, I found out na naturally, I know what I'm doing, but mahirapan akong i-explain how I do things. So hopefully, ma-explain ko siya ng maayos. And if you guys have questions sa dulo, please do ask questions about building a routine, fitness, ganyan. Although I'm not a fitness coach, but I am so excited to learn from you as well and also share the insights or knowledge that I've learned from the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, sige. So save lang natin yung questions, send them sa chat. Si Ella and Sai will be logging them naman para makuha natin sila later sa end ng talk. Sige, huwag na natin patagalin. So let's go.
Okay, sige. Don't mind yung mga naka-open na tabs dyan. Hindi siya part ng ng routine or good practices. But okay, let's go ahead and start with our topic today, which is how to build a winning routine and how can you maintain it and improve for years to come. So again, I'm really excited and hopefully meron kayong makuha dito na learnings. Kasi Lynn is actually over here and parang napag-usapan namin last time na ang dami kong nagagawa in a day. And minsan, she's like making excuses. For an example, I do have PCOS. And so, mataba ako before or overweight ako, I think 2 years ago. And then she was like, alam mo, tinanggalan mo ako ng reason para magkaroon ng excuses para hindi mag-workout. Kasi I also have PCOS and I always tell myself na kaya ako medyo overweight kasi meron akong PCOS. So parang that's one of the things that I want to share with you guys. But going to more details, let's start first with identifying routine. So having a routine means establishing a structured set of activities or habits that you follow consistently, often daily or weekly. So consistently, right? Actually, ito, I read this I think last year. Like the secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. If you're going to ask me right now, like gano'ng ka-importante yung routine for you, I will answer you. I am nothing without my routine. So ganun siya ka-impactful sa buhay ko. Like if I don't have any routine right now, wala akong agency, most probably. I will never have the things that I do have right now. Like ganun siya kabigat. Like it's really heavy. So thank you. Okay. Now, just to make sure na parang at least maniwala man lang kayo sa akin na I am qualified to talk about, consistency or building a routine, ganyan. I do have my receipts. Kailangan may receipts. So if you're familiar with Clifton Strength and yan, mga gala personality test, ganyan. So one of my top 5 strengths is consistency. So number 4 siya. I took this I think 2 months ago, but the very first time that I took the test was 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, it's still the same thing. It's not loading though. Hold on a second. So 4 years ago, it's the same. Like number 4 is still consistency. So I feel like nasa dugo ko na siya. You get what I mean? Parang nasa system ko na talaga siya. So if you haven't took the test, I suggest doing so because it's very helpful. Parang mas malalaman nyo why you do things. The way you do things, you will understand. So parang it's like learning more about yourself. So that's just another information. So I will just share with you my usual to-do list, like every single day. So I usually use my notebook kasi in the past couple of years, like 4 or 5 years, I found out na I've used a lot of tools, but ang nag-work for me talaga is sinusulat, very old school. So if you can see here, my July 3rd and October 2022, they're almost the same. So yung very first routine is like morning run, and then afternoon, diretso na agad sa work, lead generation, prospecting. And then the second column, yan na yung mga doing content creation. I do have e-commerce brands and I will be launching another one next year. So I'm doing a lot of things aside from the agency work. So nasa second column sila. And I'm gonna explain later kung bakit dalawa yung columns dito. Like merong morning and then merong afternoon. And then this is my to-do list 2022. Hindi ko kasi mahanap yung 2020 na notebook ko. Pero ito lang nahanap ko. So if you are going to notice, they're almost the same. Yung 2022 and yung 2024. Kasi for me, I feel like kulang yung araw ko without having this routine. Like ganun siya ka-importante. Before ako matulog, I always see to it na parang nililista ko lahat ng on a day-to-day basis. So, as you can see here, meron pa rin dyan gym, merong morning routine. After ng morning routine, diretso agad sa prospecting. So, we are going to talk about how to prioritize yung mga tasks na kailangan yung tapusin on a daily basis. Clear ba yun? Sino yung gumagamit dito ng notebook? Yeah. Pero other people, sobrang effective sa kanila yung digital tools. So just find what works for you. Whiteboard. Wala akong whiteboard. Walang pagdidikatan ng whiteboard. But yeah, perfect. Ang dami. Okay, so what are the key benefits of having a routine? So number 1 is improving productivity. So routines help you manage time effectively by organizing tasks in a systematic manner, reducing procrastination. Sino dito yung laging nagpro-procrastinate? And do you know why? Alam niyo ba yung reason kung bakit ka nagpro-procrastinate? Like, tinatry niyo ba siyang i-diagnose minsan? So, probably because you don't have any routine at all. Hindi mo alam yung gagawin mo eh. Diba? Hindi mo alam yung tasks na gagawin mo after tapusin yung isang task. So, dun ka nagpro-procrastinate. Number 2, it reduces stress and anxiety. So, predictability reduces uncertainty. So, kung ayaw mo ng uncertainty, go ahead, have a routine. Okay? And then when you know what to expect and have a plan for each day, it minimizes the mental load. Kasi hindi ka na mag-iisip kung ano bang gagawin mo na next after, the first task. Kasi nakasulat na yan or it's in your system already. Number 3, it enhances mental health. So following a routine fosters mental stability. Well, mental health is very important. But minsan kasi like sa work, minsan na-overwhelm tayo or minsan na-stress na tayo or nagkaka-anxiety. Is it just because you don't have any routine or meron pang ibang reason? So when your day is predictable and structured, you're less likely to feel overwhelmed. Agree ba kayo doon? Sa mga tao dito na merong routine or at least may fina-follow na routine every single day, you will notice na mas less stress ka, especially kapag na-tick off mo na yung isang task because dopamine hit, right? You can read Leaders Eat Last and it will explain there kung bakit. So, bakit may dopamine hit? Or bakit sobrang addict tayo na mag-tick off ng task after doing it? So, I'm a dopamine junkie. Kaya, alam niyo, kaya ako siya nililista sa notebook kasi gusto ko yung feeling na chinishock siya. So, it's for me. It's for my dopamine. So, number 4, better physical health. So with the routine, it's easier to incorporate healthy habits like regular exercise, proper sleep, and balanced meals. So in my case, I still do have proper sleep, like at least 7 hours. I still cook my meals and I still regularly exercise, even with ang dami nangyayari sa buhay ko. So that is the reason why I love having a routine or like having a to-do list. Number 5 is increased discipline and motivation. Anyway, sino yung mga nandito because gusto yung matutunan how to balance work and also doing life, like, going to the gym or you want to cook your foods, you can do that. Those kind of things. Or sino na yung at least ginagawa na yun or starting to do that? Like working and then also working out. Hindi lang consistent. Meron ba? Me. Okay. Me but not consistent. Okay, perfect. At least you already started. So parang ang kulong na lang dyan talaga is gawin mo siya ng tuloy-tuloy. So number 5 is increased discipline and motivation. So repeating tasks at the same time every day builds discipline. So nung nag-start naman ako, hindi ako ganun ka-discipline eh. So I always tell people na you don't really need motivation. Like, kasi may mga nagtatanong sa akin minsan kapag nagpo-post ako sa Not Gonna Lie, right? Not Gonna Lie sa Instagram story. Like, what's your motivation, blah, blah, blah. So for me, I don't usually look for motivation. I rely on being disciplined over it. Kasi if you always rely on finding motivation, paano kapag wala kang nahanap na motivation? But since I do have a routine and nasa system ko na siya, parang it's automatic for me na, let's say, pag nag-alarm or tumunog yung alarm clock ko in the morning, ang una kong gagawin, because sanay na yung katawan ko, is tayo, of course. Of course, mag-cellphone muna ako for like a couple of minutes. But tayo, and then get your active wear, magsuot ka ng active wear, and then make your breakfast, and then punta ka na sa gym or mag-run. So, may kulang sa akin if I didn't do or I didn't finish doing something, especially like, let's say, moving my body. So parang slacking off or parang may kulang sa araw ko if I didn't do something. So that one, increase discipline and motivation. Number 6 is work-life balance. So a well-planned routine helps allocate time for both work and personal activities. So fostering a healthy work-life balance. So this helps prevent burnout and ensures that personal well-being isn't neglected. So a lot of people Or I always tell people kapag tinatanong nila sa akin na, how do you balance work and life? And I always tell them that I sync them. I sync yung work and life, not literally balancing it, but let's say for an example, sa morning I do run or I do gym, and then I go back dito sa condo tapos mag-work. And then if I want to meet my friends afternoon, pwede, like we can have brunch, and then afternoon I can just go back sa condo and then mag-work ulit. So that's how I usually, balance or sync work and life. Because hindi ako worried na baka may mamiss akong task or may mga hindi ako magawa. Kasi meron na akong routine mismo. Like, alam ko na yung gagawin. Alam ko na yung mga tasks na gagawin ko today or mga kailangan kong tapusin. Is that clear? Mabilis ba siya or okay lang? Okay lang yung speed. Yeah, and also we need to, just to give you an idea, okay? I am living alone. I do have a dog, yes. But take everything, itong mga sinasabi ko, with a grain of salt because hindi ako makaka-relate sa mga tao or freelancers dito na may 9-to-5 job and also sa mga may kids. Like, give yourselves a little bit of compassion because you're doing amazing. Like, paano yun nagagawa? Diba? So that's the reason why I can do a lot of things as well. Kasi ang ginagawa ko lang talaga is something for myself. So take what resonates, kung ano man yung kaya nyong i-apply sa day-to-day life ninyo. And then if you have a lot of time, then hopefully ma-apply mo tong lahat. Single parent, wow. Ang galing. Okay, number 7 is better goal achievement. So routines break down larger goals into manageable steps. So for an example, in my case, we need to create a website mock-up in a week. So instead of finishing that in one day, which is of course tiring and then nakakaumay siya. So what we usually do is break that down into like daily tasks. So for an example, sa Monday, homepage mock-up yung gagawin namin. And then Tuesday, pwedeng, product page or pwedeng sub-pages. So by doing that, mas marami pa kaming mga gawa on a day-to-day basis. Depende sa importance ng tasks na kailangan kong tapusin. Okay, now, how routine is built. Let's talk about that, but I want to share with you a short story way back 2020. So 2020 ako nag-start mag-freelancing. I was 19 that time. And there was this webinar that JTL did, and sobrang important nun for me. I think hindi ko siya makalimutan, though hindi ko matandaan yung full story. But this is about the king who became a millionaire because he makes sure that he's listing down his tasks or daily tasks every single day before siya matulog. So that's what I did, like top 6 important tasks before siya matulog. So that's what I did since 2020 until now. Kaya ako merong notebook every single year. So I started doing that, and then alam mo, hindi talaga matutulog without listing it down. If I'm on a vacation and wala akong notebook, nilalagay ko lang siya sa notes or sa reminders kung saan makikita ko siya, or meron akong guide kung ano yung mga kailangan kong gawin on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so building a routine takes time, intention, and consistency. So here's a step-by-step guide on how to create one. Number 1, this is very important. Identify your priorities and goals. So start by defining your short-term goal and yung long-term goals ninyo. So usually, meron tayong list na ganito before the year starts. Pwedeng quarterly, ganyan. So I do have an activity later, tapos gawin natin siya. But you would know kung ano ba yung kailangan mong gawin on a weekly and day-to-day basis if you know kung ano ba yung priorities mo and goals. So let's say priority ko this year, for an example, gusto ko mag-lose ng 15 kilograms. Or ang priority ko this year, build more relationship, right? Or ang priority ko this year, makahit ng 6 figures per month. So it depends, right? Now, break down your day. So assess your current day-to-day schedule, study or identify where your time is going and where your time is going and which areas need more structure. So in this case, etong sa akin, dalawa yung columns because the first column is for my morning tasks and then the second column is for afternoon. So yung afternoon, usually sila na yung hindi masyadong important, pero yung first column, sila yung sobrang important. Kaya sila yung kailangan kong tapusin first before doing the second column. Now, pwedeng sa inyo, may morning, afternoon, and evening. Meron dyan, nagda-time blocking din, which is more strict. For me, that didn't work. So, ang ginagawa ko lang is kung matapos ko to, even in 1 hour or 30 minutes, I don't care, as long as matapos ko siya, na mayroong parang naka-sequence based on the importance of the task. Number 3, set up key habits. So, ito yung mga core habits ninyo like sa morning routine. Waking up at a consistent time, stretching, meditation, or planning your day. So, in my case, I usually start like working at 10. Gumigising ako minsan 6, minsan 7. Actually, this is not consistent. Like yung gising ko minsan, makikita niyo yung story ko, 4 a.m. nasa gym ako. Ganon. But most of the time, like 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. ako nagra-run or nagdi-gym. So, dapat meron kayong meron kayong time, right, to do stretching or meditation or planning your day. It depends. But ideally, planning your day, much better na gawin niyo siya before kayo matulog. And then you do have work routine, starting your work day at a set time. Anong oras kayo usually nag-work? Kasi yung iba dito, I know, mga night owls, meron pa nga, nakita ko, 3 a.m. nag-start mag-work. So it depends, really. Just because a lot of successful people are like starting their day at 5 a.m., blah, 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 you should do it at 5 a.m. as well. So make sure to start working kung ano yung nag-work for you. You start working on your agency or kung ano man yan. And then you have evening routine as well. So relaxing, ganyan, watching Netflix, setting intentions, reading books, ganyan, it depends. So much better if you have something like this, or you can also have the morning or afternoon like set of list for your tasks. Like yung parang pinakita ko kaninang example. Okay, number 4, especially if you're just starting to build a routine, hindi mo naman kailangan dapat full-blown na agad. So don't try to overhaul your entire day at once. Introduce 1 or 2 new habits into your routine at a time. So kung dati, hindi ka nag-workout, tapos gusto mo mag-workout, then try to start slowly. Pwedeng 20 minutes stretching, ganyan. Kasi minsan, yung ibang mga nag-gym, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, ganyan. So, hindi mo naman kailangan na ganun agad kasi baka ma-burnout ka. Like, try to introduce it hanggang sa makuha na siya ng system mo, hanggang sa maging natural na siya na tasks for you. So, for example, start by setting a consistent wake-up time or a 10-minute meditation before bed. So, once this become natural, then you can add more. So, let's say kung naging natural na for you yung mag-workout. So, pwedeng mag-add ka ng meditation before working. So, that works for me before as well. Okay. Next one is using tools for organization. So, utilize calendars, planners. I will give like sample tools later and then mga techniques, ganyan, na pwede mong gawin or yung mga ginagawa ko rin na techniques to build the routine. Or habit tracking applications to help organize your routine. Ano yung ginagamit yung mga planners recently? Aside from, let's say, Google Calendar for all of your meetings, for all of your tasks. So scheduling time blocks for specific activities ensures you stay on track. My Sundays are non-negotiable. It's for my loved ones. Yeah, it's the same. Notion. Universally Notion. Good for you. Kasi tinanay ko yung Notion before. Hindi siya nag-work for me. Nag-work talaga sa akin yung pasulat-sulat lang. Ang galing. I'm jealous kasi gusto ko siyang gamitin, pero parang ayaw niya sa akin. So, anyway, number 7, be consistent. So, consistency is key when building a routine. So, try to perform your routine at the same time every single day. If kaya, let's say, gising ako ng 7 a.m. and then go to the gym at 8 and then start working at 10. Mga ganon. Try to do it and then hanggang sa maging natural na siya for you, and then you can try to introduce any other habits or like new habits at after maging natural yung mga tasks na yon sa system ninyo. So the more you repeat actions in the same way, the easier they become over time. So before, ayoko naman, willingly ba ako mag-gym before? Of course not. Mas gusto ko na lang mag-nap or kumain or kung ano man yan. That's the reason why naging overweight ako. Like, I was 75 kilograms before. Kasi poor lang ako kain ng tulog. But since I started being more consistent about it, like mind over matter ko yung katamaran, dun na parang last year, that's where I lost 15 kilograms in 1 year. Sleep early to wake up early. True. Pero ako late natutulog. Anyway, so stay flexible. This is very important. I want you to know na merong days na hindi naman ako 100%, like not in my best 100%. So while routines provide structure, it's essential to remain flexible. So life happens, that's totally okay. And sometimes things won't go as planned. So are you familiar with ad hoc tasks? Yung parang it arises in the middle of doing your, planned task. So for an example, nag-work ako, tapos biglang nag-message yung client, hindi, nag-crash yung website, ganyan. So wala siya sa plan ko eh. So I will work on that kasi that's really urgent. And that means hindi ko na matatapos yung mga plinan ko for the rest of the day. So anong mangyayari? Of course, minsan may stress ako kasi I'm very stubborn and I wanna finish as much as possible yung mga tasks na nilagay ko on a daily basis. But for me, I've learned to like just move on kasi meron pa namang bukas. So ipagpabukas mo na lang yan. Kasi mas important naman yung maayos yung issue with the client. So for an example here, yung run, hindi ko siya na-check because probably it was raining this time kasi morning yan. Creating of content, hindi ko siya na-check, hindi ako nakapag-content. Creating of SOP, planning for year-end party, calling someone, hindi ko yung nagawa yung mga yan. So, ibig sabihin, imumove ko siya kinabukasan. And that's totally okay. Again, you are building a routine, and most of the time, or sometimes, hindi natin siya matatapos lahat. So, just give yourself a little bit of compassion. Okay. Right. Nakasunod pa ba tayo? All good? Kasi we're moving on to the tools and techniques. The number 5 was missing. Baka mali lang ako ng number. Sorry na. Okay. Number 1, Pomodoro technique. Sino yung gumagamit ng Pomodoro technique? This is very common. Yes, me. Okay. So the very first time that I've learned about Pomodoro technique was from Rob Dial. So sino nakikinig kay Rob Dial? Me. Okay, ang dami din. So I've learned a lot of things about productivity, about how to work efficiently from Rob Dial. And one of the things that I've learned is Pomodoro technique. But sadly, this didn't work for me. Kasi yung mga tasks na usually akong ginagawa, let's say creating of mockup, it doesn't work for 25 minutes. Hindi ko siya matatapos for 25 minutes. Kasi for me, 25 minutes, parang pa-focus pa lang ako doon. Parang papasok pa lang ako doon sa deep work na phase. So kung na-stop siya, nag-alarm after 25 minutes, mawawala na naman yung focus ko. So that means, mahirapan na naman ako bumalik sa focus on fixing or creating the mockup. But for other people, this works. Pwedeng if you are doing some admin task, like nagbabasa ka lang or nagre-reply ka lang sa mga emails, ganyan, you're doing cheerleading or you are doing lead generation, it might work. But for other tasks na kailangan talaga ng deep work, usually hindi ko na siya ginagamit. So these are the 3 applications or tools that you can use. Number 1 is Pomodon, Focus Booster, and Focus Application. I think medyo common ngayon yung Focus na application kasi it's like you're planting trees habang, alam mo yun, nakafocus ka. You can also buy, I think, mga alarm clocks or Pomodoro tools from Shopee or Lazada online. Alam niyo yung may mga like para siyang nag-a-alarm talaga. So that depends. Pretty sure a lot of you here are using Pomodoro technique. Bagay sa mga maiksi ang attention span tulad ko. Yeah, correct. Kung nahirapan ka mag-focus ng sobrang haba, I think Pomodoro technique is definitely for you. Kasi 25 minutes lang naman. Second is task management tools. So these tools help you organize tasks, break them down into smaller parts, and then prioritize them. So I used to use ClickUp kasi yun yung ginagamit ko for the agency. But again, it didn't work for me kasi ayoko mag-open ng laptop just to tick off some of the tasks that I am doing. I use reminders though kapag nasa vacation, ganyan, tapos ayaw ko magdala ng notebook. So reminders yung nag-work for me. Yung iba gumagamit ng Asana. It depends. So Notion, I think for most of you here are using Notion. So it depends kung ano yung nag-work for you. All right, number 3. Probably some of you here are using Newsfeed Eradicator. So I've been using this since 2020. So focus and distraction management tools. So minimizing distractions helps you stick to your routine. Pinaka main distraction ko most probably is my phone. Kasi kapag nasa tabi ko siya and then I am working or deep working, automatically kukunin ko yan and then mag-scroll ako sa TikTok or Instagram. So most of the time, what I do aside from using the tools, I just put away my phone. Nilalagay ko siya sa kabilang room para hindi siya accessible or hindi ko siya, alam mo yun, mahawakan agad. So minsan kasi probably meron tayong hinihintay na calls or something like that. Then just inform them that we're working. Right? May mga jowa kayo, ganyan. Tapos nagagad sila kapag di kayo nakareply agad. Explain to them na kailangan mo mag-work, okay? Kailangan natin ng pera kasi ang taas ng inflation. Anyway, number 4, automation and reminder tools. Automating repetitive tasks and setting reminders. Ito, very important siya if you have calls. A lot of people, or I know a lot of people using Google Calendar. It helps. I do use Google Calendar only for my meetings. But aside from that, lahat na yon nasa notebook na. I just use this for, reminders. O yung mga jowa mo nag-iintay. Oh, alam na nila yon. Ang dami. Okay, number 5, rest and recovery tools. This is probably my favorite part kasi ensuring enough rest and recovery is just as important as building the routine itself. So, sleep cycle. I value sleep. I feel like kapag sport yung sleep, mananalo ko dito because I love sleeping. Like I can sleep anywhere. So, I track my sleep. I do use Xiaomi. I think there are a lot of applications, or if you are familiar with Aura Ring as well, you can buy that, but that's pretty expensive kaya hindi ko siya binibili. So yung watch lang from Xiaomi, which is around less than 2,000, and then they have applications. So you would know kung meron kang REM. REM is rapid eye movement. So parang ito yung pinaka deep sleep, deep sleep pa. Diyan ka parang, I think, if I'm not mistaken, dito ka nananaginip. And then average deep sleep, meron din dyan, fell asleep at 12:38 a.m. Ganyang oras ako natutulog. So, for me, it's very important to know kung nakasleep ba ako ng maayos. Kasi I wanted to take care of my machine. So, my machine is my body. So, my body is very important because I'm the breadwinner. as much as possible, dapat hindi ako magkasakit, dapat I'm healthy because a lot of people are depending on me. And then, of course, ang dami kong gustong gawin sa life. And I couldn't do that if I have low energy because wala akong tulog or because meron akong sakit, right? Especially sa may mga kids dito, ganyan, it's very important to at least have a proper sleep. Not necessarily dapat 7-8 hours kasi of course, mas madami na tayong responsibilities. Now, exercise and meditation. Sorry. So exercise and meditation incorporate short bursts of exercise or mindfulness meditation, like headspace or calm to rejuvenate your energy during breaks. So guided meditation, starting the day positively. Ito yung lagi kong pinapakinggan, which is just 5 minutes. So I used to meditate like almost 1 hour every single day, last 2020 to 2021 most probably. But then when I heard Alex Hormozi talk about, it's not about how long you meditate. Pagkagising mo, if you're spending 1 hour to meditate instead of just going straight to the work, mas madami kang magagawa. And I was like, oh nga no. So recently, this year, I just tried to meditate 5 minutes per day or kung kailangan ko talaga siya. Like, na-stress ako sa work, kaya na-overwhelm ako, I need to breathe. Mataas yung emotions, ganyan. May nangaaway na client, charot. So, I just meditate for 5 minutes. So, ito yung lagi kong pinapakinggan. This is in my like song. You can just take a screenshot and then check it out sa Spotify. Okay. All of your questions probably later na lang. I play my mood music. Okay. Now, how do we know what to prioritize? So number 1, clarify your goals. Can you list down here, ano yung number 1 priority ninyo this Q4 before the year ends? I would love to know. How to meditate. Start with guided meditation. When I was starting to meditate, hindi ako marunong like what to do, ganyan. But madaming YouTube videos about that. Earning 6 digits, building a good routine para may momentum. Yeah, it's actually perfect. Para pagpasok ng 2021, alam niyo yun, practice na siya or na-start na siya. Get premium client, additional client. Okay, sige. Are you familiar with Stop Doing List? So I read this in one of my books. Nakalimutan ko yung title, but Stop Doing List is also very important. We're going to talk about that later. Get my 6 digits. Okay. Now, to prioritize effectively, you need a clear understanding of what you're aiming to achieve. So ask yourself, what are your long-term goals? Like what short-term tasks move you toward those goals? So for an example, I want to close a client. I want an additional client. So ano yung mga tasks na kailangan mong gawin to reach that or to achieve that? Right? So pwedeng mostly lead generation. Alam niyo, when I was starting, I will not suggest doing this though, especially kung limited yung time ninyo. So when I was starting and I was so eager to close clients or add additional clients, I usually do lead generation for 5 to 6 hours daily. Like after ko, kasi I was a call center agent before. So after ko mag-out, diretso agad ako sa lead generation. Because I know that lahat ng clients, money is always coming from lead generation. So if you're going to check my notebook right now, all of my tasks, like daily tasks, unang-una sa listahan after my morning routine or after gym or after run, it's lead generation. So short-term task, it could be content creation, pwedeng like cheerleading. So those are some of the tasks that you can do to get a client, right? So yun yung mga, yun yung breakdown of that long-term goal or that goal for this Q4. So which tasks provide the most value or have the greatest impact? So kailangan mo rin yung i-identify. Okay, so for an example, if you're trying to grow your business, tasks like client outreach, product development, or marketing, ganyan, might take priority over admin work. So, number 2, I think familiar na kayo dito. This is the Eisenhower matrix. So there are 4 parts, no? It will help you categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. So the first one is urgent and important tasks. So these tasks need immediate action or attention. For an example, meron kang deadline sa client. Merong problem like yung mga ad hoc tasks, di ba? Like may nag-crash na website or may irate client. So, kailangan mong tapusin yan first. Second is important but not urgent. So, these are valuable but do not require immediate action. So, example is long-term planning, skill development, ganyan, like manonood sa LMS. Hindi ko sinasabi na hindi siya important. It's important but not urgent. So, schedule time for these. Urgent but not important. So, these are pressing but don't contribute that much. So let's say for example, some meetings, interruptions, ganyan. Kung may mga meetings, in my case, I don't do a lot of meetings, but I only go on a meeting na important talaga. So kung kaya naman siyang i-email nyo na lang. Like ask the client na over email na lang or Slack or kung saan mga kayo, nag-uusap. Minsan, I use Loom kasi mas efficient para mapanood din nila yung, of course, video, like visual, kung it needs visual. And then neither urgent nor important. So tasks that don't add value, like excessive social media scrolling, unless you're doing this to, let's say you're a social media manager and kailangan mo maghanap ng mga trending videos or trending, like mga trend, ganyan. So I think kailangan mo naman yan. So probably pupunta siya dun sa important but not urgent. But if it's just for the sake of scrolling kasi nai-stress ka or na-overwhelm ka sa work tapos gusto mong mag-social media scroll lang, just remove that. Okay, is that clear? Parang may mga chats. Paano yung lahat daw ng task urgent? Okay, time sensitivity, so deadlines. So tasks with deadlines often take higher priority. So be careful not to let all urgent tasks dominate your schedule. Set realistic deadlines for important tasks, even if they are not urgent. So what needs to be done today? Which deadlines are approaching? So kung may mga deadlines kami sa mga projects, of course, sila yung nasa high priority namin sa agency. Let's say, kasi sobrang important for me ng health. Kaya yun yung pinakauna ko talagang ginagawa every single day. Kasi what I found out is that if I move my body first thing in the morning, I usually have more energy, which is ironic, diba? Mas marami akong energy kapag nag-work ako. So, yeah, I forgot the scientific reason behind that, but that is how it usually works. So if wala kang energy today, maybe you just need to move your body, right? Do some stretching or take a walk, ganyan. Not necessarily running or working out. So number 4 is evaluate task impact. So the 80-20 principle. Baka kasi yung mga ginagawa mo ngayon hindi naman sila important. 'Di ba? Parang siguro naglilista ka lang for the sake of feeling na parang productive ka kasi marami kang tinatapos. So let's say for an example, that's the reason why knowing your priorities is very important. So for me, for an example, I used to create podcasts. I used to film YouTube videos even. But then I realized na this year when the year started, those are not my priorities and they're not really helping me as of now with my long-term goals. So, tinanggal ko sila. Hindi na ako nagpo-post ng podcast or naglo-launch ng podcast episodes or YouTube videos even. Sobrang dalang lang. So, I only do short form videos like TikTok videos because I do get leads from there as well as content creation sa Reels. So that's just an example, because here, the Pareto principle suggests that 20% of your task will produce 80% of your results. So those are the things that you need to check kung yung ginagawa mo ba ngayon ay nakakatulong sa future or sa long-term goals ninyo. That's the reason why, again, you have to start knowing your priorities and then, list down yung mga tasks na kailangan yung tapusin. Okay, align tasks with your energy levels kasi hindi naman every day meron tayong 100% energy. So this is an example. If you have a lot of energy, schedule difficult or creative tasks like writing, problem solving, content creation, lead generation, ganyan. And then low energy, do less demanding tasks. So wala dyan probably meetings, mga admin work lang yung kailangan yung gawin. And also I think it's important to take supplements. So sometimes kapag wala akong energy, aside, tapos alam ko nag-gym na ako or nag-run, tapos wala pa ring energy, minsan, I just take a nap or I take supplement, ganyan. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and that's totally fine. But sino dito yung mga nagte-take ng mga supplements? And what are the supplements that you usually take? Count your blessings while taking that 30-minute walk daily. What supplements can you recommend, Miss Michelle? We can answer that later. Pero for PCOS, I never took supplements for PCOS, honestly. It's more on the diet. So I was irregular before. I always break out. I was overweight. But then nung nag-start na ako mag-ayos ng diet, and then I always move, dun na siya naging na-fix, basically. Okay, number 6. Ito, pinaka-important. Pwede nyo rin i-gaslight yung sarili ninyo. Like, consider the consequences of inaction. So sometimes the best way to prioritize is to think about the potential consequences of not doing something. I always do this. So for an example, takot ako maging mataba ulit. Kapag kumain ba ako ng, and I love chocolates, I love sweets. Kapag kumain ba ako ng maraming chocolates, anong mangyayari? Ganyan. So kung minsan lang naman, I give myself that 1 bar of chocolate. Pero kung paulit-ulit siya, hindi. I've never done that. So lagi akong may dark chocolate sa fridge. So, or for an example, meron akong degeneration tasks, right? Anong mangyayari kung hindi ko siya ginawa? So, kapag hindi ko siya ginawa, of course, mas konti yung chance na makapagbigay ako ng coffee date offer, ganyan, or like website audit, ganyan, mas less yung chance na magkakaroon ako ng DC. So you have to think about, hi Michelle, so you have to think about the consequences na mangyayari if you didn't do something today, or if you didn't do this specific task, unless you have valid reasons, for sure. So maybe life happened, tapos na sidetrack ka, hindi mo siya nagawa, that's totally fine, as long as you can do it kinabukasan. All right, number 7 is reflect and adjust regularly. So your priorities might shift over time, so it's important to evaluate your routine. Pwedeng Q1, natapos mo na yung goal mo kasi meron kang Q1 goal. So i-adjust mo yon for Q2, i-adjust mo yun for Q3, for Q4. So usually in my case, I do have my list of goals for the full year, and then i-breakdown ko siya into quarterly. So quarterly, meron pa yan weekly. Ano yung gagawin ko weekly? And then, yun na yung pumupunta sa to-do list ko every single day kapag na-breakdown ko na siya into, let's say, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and then daily. So, kaya most of the time, lagi akong on track. I think this is one of the reasons when I started, I always get compliments that, oh, Michelle, bakit ang bilis ng progress mo? Diba? Like, I always get that from other people. So, for me, hindi ko siya masagot before. But then I realized na, oh, it's because I do have a routine and lagi ko siyang fina-follow. So yeah, side story. Okay, so these are the things that work for me. So what works for me, number one is, again, knowing my priorities. Kung for you, you wanna build relationships this year, so probably ang priority mo is lumabas with friends or lumabas with families, ganyan. And then second dito is saying no to things that are not part of my priorities. I declined tons of speaking engagement this year because that is not my priority anymore. Pinagbigyan ko lang si Luis. Charot. And then kasi it's very important for me itong tribe kasi the tribe really helped me a lot. Like, hindi ko siya ma-explain, but I am nothing without tribe, I swear. So, saying no to things that are not part of my priorities, let's say hindi naman part ng priority ko yung mag-build ng relationship this year. So, kung may nag-aya sa aking friends, na, labas tayo, ganyan. Hindi nga siya part ng priority ko. I will just decline politely. And then, sasabihin ko na, I'm busy. I'm currently working on something. So, you have to say no to things that are not part of your priority. So, again, very first thing that you need to know is your set of priorities. Okay? Number 3 is listing at least 6 tasks the night before. So, these are my non-negotiables. Ito yung mga tasks that will move the needle, right, in your life. It could be personal, it could be business, it depends. And then, ito yung nag-work for me, the Pomodoro technique, which is 1 hour, 1 hour work, and then 10 to 15 minutes rest. So, that is the, like, window that works for me. So putting away my phone in the other room para walang distraction, and then not snoozing my alarm clock. Sino dito ang nag-i-snooze ng alarm clock? Sino yung nag-power nap ng 6 hours? Okay. So not snoozing my alarm clock. Kasi kapag in-snooze mo yan, wala na. It's game over. Kasi kapag nag-snooze ka ng alarm clock, and then wala kang kasunod na alarm, if you get what I mean, or in-stop mo siya, in-stop mo yung alarm clock, tapos walang snooze. So, papasok ka na naman sa deep sleep, which is like around 1 hour. Kasi power nap, usually mga 15-20 minutes lang eh. Pero kung natulog ka ulit, 1 hour na yun. So, may stress ka na kasi late na yung start ng araw mo, right? So let's avoid that. It's very common, especially sa mga working from home people like us. But if you can just avoid that, you know, you will, kasi morning, dun pa lang dapat discipline ka na eh. So kung nag-snooze ka ng alarm, nag-stop ka ng alarm, hindi ka nagising, asan yung discipline doon, right? Is that clear? Wala, napagod ka rin doon. Sabi niya dito, snoozing alarm, then in 5 minutes hanggang sa maging hour na. So, nakakapagod yun, actually. Ang funny. Okay, so FAQs. Let's answer some of the frequently asked questions na tinatanong sa akin via PM, ganyan, I think sa comment section din. So, how do I set my boundaries? I do set my boundaries because I know my priorities. Like what I mentioned earlier, if there are people na asking me to go out, like kahit sobrang lapit ko lang, if it's not my priority, like wala naman ako makukuha dito, I just say no. Same with, let's say, speaking engagement, ganyan. So if it's not my priority, or I feel like hindi naman ito yung topic na makatulong talaga for this specific market or for this specific audience, I just say no. Kasi I will only speak sa isang event if I know that it will really be helpful sa mga audiences, right? So for an example, sa Saturday, I do have another one, which is for charity, for youth na wanting to start freelancing. So I want to help them. So that's in me. Okay. Do I still sleep? Yes, of course. Oh my gosh. This is my favorite part of the day. I love sleeping. Again, I usually sleep 7 hours at least every single day, but the past couple of weeks, most of the time I only sleep like 5 hours, but I make sure na meron akong afternoon nap. but most of the time, again, it's always 7 hours. More than that, usually mas nakakapagod yun eh. Again, there's a scientific reason behind that, but more than 8 hours, I think, like 10 hours, napapansin nyo, parang mas pagod pa kayo. Kasi you are not supposed to sleep. You are supposed to be moving your body. When do I disconnect from work? So probably this is something that I'm happy about because I created the agency or like work na parang something that I don't want to escape from. Like I love doing it. I love solving the problems of clients. I love dealing with, problems sa agency. So kapag nagdi-disconnect, like disconnect, for an example, na-stress lang ako sa work, ganyan, or na-stress lang ako sa client, then I will just go out and take a walk or labas ako, bili ng coffee, ganyan. So that's the only time na nagdi-disconnect ako from work. So hopefully, everyone here is building something that you don't need to escape from. Like your job or your agency or, your clients. And that's the reason why it's very important to filter your clients first kasi ayaw mo ng sakit sa ulo in the first place. Okay? All right, next one is what are the things that you really enjoy doing, but I had to give up? So the podcast thing or the the long form videos, like YouTube videos, those are the things that I enjoy, but I had to stop because I didn't see any value from them at the moment, especially this year. So I'll probably go back next year kasi medyo mas maayos na yung agency, ganyan. But for now, those are the things that I had to give up. How do you find time to cook? Okay, so this is interesting because I find it really therapeutic. Like, it's my stress reliever for some reason. So that probably helps. I love cooking. So if you're following me on Instagram, you can see that sometimes I do post videos of me cooking in the middle of the day, in the middle of, like work day. So you can delegate this if it's something na hindi mo naman talaga ini-enjoy gawin. But for me, since naka-autopilot ako habang nagko-cook, I usually parang mas nakapag-isip pa ako ng strategies for my agency kasi nga naka-autopilot lang ako and mas nakapag-isip ako ng maayos. When it comes to, let's say, laundry, ganyan, yun yung mga hindi ko na-enjoy. So, dine-delegate ko na yun. Delegate na yung mga tasks na gano'n. Kasi let's say 4 hours, 5 hours akong maglalaba. Sayang naman, or even maglilinis sa condo. So, I will just use those time to make more money or to even rest, right? So, we can have more money. So, okay, I think yun na yung last part. We will be doing like more than 1 hour na tayo. So we will be doing an activity. This is going to be fast, I promise. Okay, so yung activity is doing time audit. So tracking and analyzing how you spend your time throughout the day to identify inefficiencies and areas for improvement. So this is the guide. First column could be listing down your priorities this Q4. This Q4 muna, slowly, diba? Hindi yung 2025 agad. This Q4 muna. And then, create a stop doing list. So, what are the tasks that you're currently doing na hindi naman important? So, remove that. Because you already know your priorities. So, alam mo na kung ano yung mga hindi nakakatulong sa day-to-day basis na mga tasks. And then, list down the top 6 tasks that you need to do daily. So, for an example, is this one. Q4 goals ko, close 10 clients. Ang dami, diba? 10 clients. Yung iba dito, 1 lang eh. So, yan lang for me, for an example. And then lose 5 kilograms or finish reading 3 books. So, ano yung mga tasks na negotiables ko daily para ma-achieve yung etong tatlong to? So, pwedeng working out, doing lead generation, meetings with clients, mga thesis yan, doing client work like delivery, and then post, create content. So pwedeng day 1 or Monday mag-post ka, tapos second day mag-create ka ulit ng content, and then Wednesday mag-post ka. Like if you can post 3 content per week, I think you will be good. That's how I started before. Even if I'm an introvert, I had to do it. Kasi part siya ng ng lead generation. Kailangan ka magka-client eh. So I had to suck everything. Right? Kahit na introvert ako, kahit na ako mag-post before. And then read 30 pages. And then stop doing lists is very important para malaman mo kung ano ba yung mga ginagawa mo na nakakasama sa income mo. As an adult, kailangan natin malaman kung ano ba yung mga bagay na kailangan natin i-stop. So, maybe kung naka-money-now ka, especially, tapos lagi ka pang naglalaro ng ML or like video games, and probably stop doing that for now. Right? Scrolling through social media mindlessly, overeating. Kasi gusto mo mag-lose ng 5 kilograms eh, bakit tayo kain ng kain? So, those are the things that you can do as of now. Can you do it right now? And then I will call someone talaga para make sure na lahat is gumagawa. Ang mag-leave, mawawalan ng client. Mas ano ko galing. Ang mag-leave kasi ayaw matawag. Nako, sinasabi ko sa inyo talaga. Pwede pa balik sa previous page. Okay, sorry na. This one. Suppose sa gaming time, I think okay lang naman siya if it's just during your break, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Pero kung 1 hour na, Q4 is quarter 4, actually dapat October, November, December. So, since November, December na lang, ano yung mga priorities mo in the next 2 months? Aso na lang at asawa. Bakit mo naman lalaruin yung asawa mo? Okay, I can see a lot of fun questions here. So I will wait. I will give like probably 1 minute for you guys to list down yung mga itong time audit. Afternoon nap is 20 minutes. Yes, most of the time 20 minutes or 25. As long as hindi dapat siya abot ng 1 hour. Kasi magiging sluggish na kapag 1 hour yung nap. Hindi na yun nap, tulog na yun. Okay, ready? I will call someone. Ini, mini, miny. Let's call... Actually, yung mga laging nagko-comment na lang. Ang dami nang umalis. Nakaloka kayo Si Darwin na lang. Darwin SEO. Uninstall Dota. Perfect. Sige. Can you share yung priorities mo this Q4 and also yung stop doing list and your top 6 tasks that you need to do daily? You can unmute your audio para... Andiyan ba si Darwin?
Hello,
Are you
hello,
here?
ma'am.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am. Rinig po ako. Kaya nagsusulat pa po ako pero may binigay kasing task sa akin si GTL sa email. So,
May ginagawa mo yung task niya.
opo. Tapos ito, tsaka iniisip ko rin kung ano yung maisulat ko sa mga binigay mo.
Okay, sige, let's call another one then. Sige, thank you, Darwin. Si Raymond Dolavin. Kasi weekend more than 6 hours of gaming time. Kailangan natin mag-uusap. Let's talk. Bakit 6 hours ang gaming time? Andyan ba si Raymond? Raymond, you can unmute anytime.
Hello po.
Ayun, perfect. Can you share please yung priorities mo this Q4?
Priorities ko po this Q4 is closing 1 premium client. Tapos, yung stop doing things list ko, siguro uninstall din Dota. Uninstall din yung dami kasi nilalaro eh. Okay. stop doing din siguro ng mga ibang unnecessary ano ba unnecessary game. Kasi masyado akong hook dun sa mga game na nilalaro ko eh.
Mhm. Ilang taon ka na? Nagkaalam mo?
Ah, I'm 36 po.
Okay. Okay. And then what are the top 6 tasks that you need to do daily?
Prospecting, value post, tapos read 30 pages. Siguro ay na lang yung idadagdag ko dun sa time na mawawala dun sa gaming time ko. Tapos balikan yung ibang lesson sa Atlas. Hindi pwede benta GPU, mahal eh. Tapos ano pa ba? Siguro mag-start na rin mag-exercise. Kasi
Wow.
ang taas ng ang taas ng screen time ko sa paglalaro. And siguro napabayaan ko na rin siguro yung health ko.
Yeah. Sobrang daming forms, like bye-bye addictions daw. Paano kapag ang addiction is gym or running? Naging addiction.
Di naman siguro siya addiction kasi parang ay na yung gift ko sa sarili ko for the whole week na nagtrabaho tapos nag-aral din.
So,
Kasi
ibebenta mo na ba yung
bukod kasi yung maninaw ko tapos bukod pa yung freelancing. So, buong weekend lang ako nakapaglaro.
Okay. Yeah. Instead na mag-work, ay mag-play ka sa weekend, go to the gym. And then kapag nakapag-gym ka na, pwede ka na maglaro. Or nakapag-degeneration ka na. Kasi tinanggal mo naman yung happiness mo, minsan, yun probably, doon ka mas malalong magiging sad or mabu-burn out. So, thank you, Raymond. I will be...
Thank you po.
So, ibibenta mo na nga yung GPU. Pinilit ibenta yung GPU. Ibenta mo na yan. Okay, let me try to answer some of the questions. Pwede din maglaro sa gym, exactly. Alam niyo, si Coach Aaron, ang ginagawa nun, in between sets, nagbabasa ng libro, if you're familiar with Coach Aaron. Ganun siya ka-addict. Anyway, let's answer some of your questions. Hold on a second.
Okay. Michelle, kasi di ba may may routine ka nga. So how much time do you have for questions? Hanggang what time ka?
Probably 7:30, ganyan.
Okay, sige. Yeah, that works.
Ang galing ng team. Meron na agad nasa docs yung yung questions. Perfect.
Yung
Okay,
ganun
sige.
talaga.
Ang galing. Iba din. Iba talaga yung Okay, gumagamit po ba kayo ng time management method? I think nasagot na to kanina sa questions. I miss the workout structures. Paano po structure mo home or gym workouts, meal plans? So for last year, I was only at the gym like 5-6 times a week. Kasi kailangan ko nga mag-lose ng weight, 'di ba? So sobrang addict ako sa gym. Since maintaining na lang ako ngayon. I lost 15 kilograms last year. So I'm just maintaining my weight. So ini-incorporate ko na yung running while doing lifting as well. So 2 times or 3 times a week yung gym, and then 3 times naman yung running. 3 to 4 times, it depends. And then sometimes I also do lawn tennis. Now for the meal plans, if you are following me on Instagram, I usually post all of my meals na parang piniprepare ko, like meal prepping, kasi that will save so much time if you do meal prepping. So, if you can also do that, ilagay mo lang siya sa fridge and then ipainit mo lang siya, much better. Tapos, alam mo yun, na-hit mo pa yung calorie count mo or kung nagka-calorie deficit ka or kapag may hinihit kang protein, mas easier siya kasi planned na siya ahead. So that is for the people na gustong mag-lose ng weight. Okay, if my days po ayaw mo gawin yung routine, what is your mindset? So you just keep doing it even ayaw ng body mo, parang tinatamad ka. That's a good question. So I have to find the root cause. Bakit ako tinatamad? Pwedeng because umuulan, that's number one. Kapag pupunta ng running or gym, ganyan. So those are the reasons kung bakit minsan tinatamad akong lumabas. But let's say for an example, tinatamad akong gawin yung meeting with or hop on a call with a client. Is it because wala lang akong energy or is it because I created a mistake or meron kaming shortcomings sa agency kaya ako natatakot mag-hop on a call with the clients. So if I go back, like take a step back and then diagnose kung bakit ako tinatamad doing something, then mas ma-figure out ko siya on how to approach or what's the best approach to do it. So I never, parang, hindi ko na matandaan kung kailan yung last time na merong araw na tinamad ako. I don't know why. Ang dami kong energy, but yeah, never, parang wala akong maisip na araw na parang tinamad ako na, shit, wala akong gagawin today. Ganon. Kasi parang since meron ng structure and every Sunday, I make sure na I rest. Like, I don't really do any work at all. So parang nare-recharge din ako every single week. And then since again, sinisync ko yung life and work, parang I never feel any burnt out at all. I think that's something that I am proud of. Kasi natatakot akong ma-burn out. I know someone na na-burn out and then nag-stop mag-work for like months. So nawala yung momentum, right? That's my fear. So as much as possible, pini-prevent ko yon. So prevention is better than cure. Kasi I couldn't afford losing my momentum because again, I'm the breadwinner and then may mga pinapasahod ako and then ang dami pang nangyayari on the back end. So again, prevention is better than cure. I'm not sure if I answered your question properly, but if you do have follow-up questions, just message me or just, post here. Do you have a routine while you are just starting out? Like when you're still in a day job while juggling freelancing? No, absolutely not. Pagkagising ko, diretso ako log in sa work. Kasi pandemic noon, so work from home. So ang ginagawa ko, when I finish working, actually even in between working sa call center before, nag-lead generation ako. But then, after I think 1 month or 2 months, dun nag-webinar si JTL about the, listing of tasks. So dun ko lang din siya in-corporate. So, sobrang timing nun, sobrang ganda ng timing na nag-webinar siya. Kasi, alam mo yun, I was just starting out, hindi ko naman alam kung ano ba dapat yung routine. So, alam mo yun, sobrang perfect timing niya lang. For
I
me,
think
at least.
ang magandang tanong dito would be, what did you structure first nung nagsimula ka? Like, let's say, ayun na nga, napanood mo na yung webinar, so naglilista ka na every night. So, yun na yung unang routine na ginawa mo. What followed like after that? Ano yung una mong parang in-install?
Probably, so, nag-work pa ako nito. So, after nun, I usually, if I remember it correctly, I do lead generation right away and then content creation. And then after that, I do cheerleading. So everything that I did before revolved around the lead generation thing, like getting clients because I was just starting out. So,
Alam
hindi
niyo
pa
na
naman
tayo ba? Yan ang una. Yan ang
Yeah.
importante talaga. Lead gen.
generation CCPP, right?
Expecting talaga.
Connect. So until now, I still do lead generation. I promise. Like I never skip that. How do you stay confident? Well, how do I even answer that? I'm not even articulate about that topic. But when I was in high school, our SSG president or Supreme Student Government president told me that if you're not even doing something wrong, bakit ka mahihiya? So since I was in high school, I was always confident as long as I know that I'm not doing something wrong, especially wala akong tinatapakang tao. And I don't care about what other people say. So I think that's my advocacy. I'm very passionate about bakit ko iisipin yung sasabihin ng ibang tao kung hindi naman sila yung nagpapakain sa akin. So, yeah. When I had that mindset, hindi ako nahiyang, let's say, mag-post ng content, even do content creation, even if I'm an introvert. I just do it, you know? Especially mga family members, di ba? Usually, napaka-common ng crab mentality. Bahala kayo dyan. Just block them. Okay, how do you juggle a day job and freelancing when you were starting out? So I think na-answer ko na to kanina. So after the day job, the call center, kasi 3 a.m. to 12 p.m. yung shift ko. So mag-rest lang ako or lunch. Diretso na agad lead generation or diretso na agad prospecting or content creation or kung ano man yan.
I think
So,
AC tayo nun, di ba? Nung time na yun. Parang nasa
yeah.
ka tapos. Parang,
Alam niyo, baby pa ako noon.
parang grabe,
Nasa isang
you could see yung replays ng mga AC na parang unrecognizable ka. Wait,
Yeah.
may tanong ako. May story ka ba
Mm.
about like a bad week na mas marami ka hindi nagawa because of like whatever disruption or what? Like, has that happened and paano pag ganun? Like a whole week na mas maraming
Oh, probably hindi. Kasi for me, I consider a week a bad week if I didn't really finish anything. But then, since kahit na isang task lang yung matapos ko in a day, that's a good day for me already. Kasi it's not about just finishing, all of your to-do list, but just being consistent na may matapos ka lang or may ma-achieve ka lang in a day. So, let's say, kulang talaga sa time or let's say meron akong vacation, tapos may flight, tapos ang dami nangyayari. So, as much as possible, if I can do at least 30-minute lead generation, that's like a win for me already. Ayun.
mindset din pala, no?
Yeah, kasi I'm thinking, like, let's say first week of October, a lot of things happened. Like, namatay yung lolo ko, ganyan, nagkasakit si Tofi, or nasira yung mga appliances sa condo, ganyan. But, wala, that life happens, right? So, okay, mag-lead generation pa rin ako kahit na may World War III, mag-lead generation pa rin ako. So, that's like my mindset. Just do it. Just do it. Just find time for it. What are the KPIs you track to measure your success? This is actually a good question because I never tracked it. Kasi if I focus on tracking my success or like measurements, feeling ko doon lang ako may stress, right? Probably yung KPIs or like na chine-check ko dito is yung results na. Like, what are the wins that I had this week or what are the wins that I had this month, ganyan. So, yun na yung parang KPI ko at least. Like, ilang clients yung na-close ko this month, ganyan. Or ilang, let's say, personal, ilang kilograms yung na-lose ko this month, mga ganon. But not actively measuring it. Kasi, I don't know, it's gonna be so, ang dami kong chine-check like KPI sa clients, KPI sa ganito, sa e-commerce, blah, 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 blah. So, kung pati yun, i-check ko, that's gonna be so stressful. Even though I do have, like, Google Sheet, kung saan every single week, I do check my body fat. I do check my body or like my muscle mass. I do check my BMI, ganyan. Yung mga ganun lang. Like simple tasks or simple measurement na hindi masyadong nakaka-stress. So maybe that's something that you are asking. How do you handle pressure? I don't handle it. Especially when you're a breadwinner and just starting out.
Don't feel any pressure right now.
I don't think so. Kasi when it comes to pagiging breadwinner, I always make sure that I give or that I support my family na at least hindi ako nagkukulang. So, both of my siblings nasa school, isa college, isa high school, and then my parents are in the province. So, as long as kumakain sila 3 times a day, may comfortable roof, right? Or alam mo yun, nababayaran lahat ng mga bills. I don't feel any pressure. I focus on just doing instead of these things. Kasi ang dami kong kailangang isipin para I think that's the reason why I do have the routine. Kasi parang less pressure siya. Kasi I'm doing my best. I'm doing the things that I need to do. So parang wala na akong time para ma-pressure pa. Or parang wala na akong time para ma-stress pa sa mga ganitong bagay. Especially if I can see them na healthy as a breadwinner. Ganyan. And then probably planning ahead. So as a breadwinner, I feel pressured probably before na anong mangyayari sa parents ko kapag nag-asawa na ako, ganyan. So, pwede ko silang kuhanan ng retirement fund, ganyan, or pwede akong mag-ipon other savings na specifically for my parents only kasi yung mga kapatid ko naman makakapagtapos na yung mga yan. So, those kind of things. All right, what are the key elements of your daily routine that contribute most to your success as a freelancer? This is gonna be so boring. Lead generation. I don't know why. Parang nasa system ko na siya na again, if you're gonna check my notebook right now, nandun lagi yung prospecting. Even if I have someone helping me out, kasi of course meron ng agency, I still do it myself. Like connecting to clients, messaging past clients, ganyan, reconnecting with them. So those are the usual things that I do. Kasi I believe, even though may mga referrals, may mga inbound clients, may mga inbound prospects, ganyan, ayoko maging rusty yung outbound lead generation skills ko. Kasi I want to make sure that I am on top of not the trend, but on top of it, na ayokong mawala sa momentum. Yun yung pinakaayaw sa lahat, which is mawala sa momentum, especially when it comes to lead generation. Kasi e-commerce is my market and it's a fast-paced market. So, if hindi ko maintindihan yung voice ng clients, how they talk, or ano yung mga terminologies right now, ano yung mga, alam mo yun, I always test conversations. Like, what is the conversation flow that works for me and my target market? So, that's it. How do you incorporate continuous learning or skill development into your routine? It's in my to-do list. So, sa afternoon, if you've seen my list earlier, usually before ako matulog, that's where I read. Kapag nag-CR ako, hindi ako nag-scroll sa Facebook or nag-scroll sa Instagram. I do read pwedeng books, pwedeng articles, ganyan. Because we only have 24 hours a day. And I want to make sure that I am maximizing it, right? Okay. How do you assure that you still get your monthly income goal while being productive in life, especially website deliverables? So usually, yes, monthly retainers or something. Well, it was harder for me nung nag-i-start ako because I was alone. So now that meron ng structure, meron ng SOP, I think I do have the authority as well when it comes to, kasi madami na pumapasok na referrals or inbound. So parang nakikita ko na yung results ng mga ginawa ko the past couple of years. So the past couple of years, I've been always putting myself out there. Na parang I always post content, I always go to events, I always talk to people, I always do this and that. So parang before, mahirap siyang i-hit. But as time goes by, if you're always planting your seeds or planting your foundations, eventually you will see the outcome of what you're doing. So, I will not be hypocrite na, you know what, madali lang kunin yung monthly income goal. But honestly, when you are just starting, medyo mahirap siya talaga. But you need to be patient kasi you are here for the long game. Kasi kung nag-give up ka agad, edi wala ka talagang makukuha. But if you stayed there, a lot of people give up easily. But if you stayed there, of course, you can see success. Kasi ang mindset mo is, okay, I'm here for the long game. So kung nag-stop ako before and then changing of market or skills, ganyan, like palipat-lipat, mahirapan akong maging authority doon sa industry na to, like e-commerce or Shopify specifically. Okay. Siguro last na lang. Let's try to look for what's your outbound lead gen routine. I actually posted like videos sa Thrive community. If you can check, if you can try to look for like Michelle Carpio, I think may mga videos doon that I posted. What do you do if natapos nyo ng early task nyo in a day? Netflix. I do Netflix. I always watch Netflix. Or I read fictional books, ganyan. So yun yung mga guilty pleasure ko. Or lalabas para mag-coffee shop. Mga
Skincare yata
ganyan.
yung ano eh, yung maraming nagtanong eh.
Ano?
Skincare routine. Yun yung medyo
Pero
ang dami
guys, ano lang yan? So, tawag dito?
filter.
Filter ng Zoom. Hello? Hindi naman tayo binayayaan ng ng sobrang kinis na skin.
Sige, so any other additional questions baka pwedeng ilagay na lang natin din sa comments, then you can just get to them pag nagka-time ka. Or kung meron ka dito nakita na gusto mo sagutin pa.
Meron. I think number 32 is very important for the people na merong 9 to 5 job. So, hi Michelle, you mentioned that you do lead generation 5 to 6 hours while still in BPO. Do you already know the skill po ba? If not, how many hours you allowed to learn it like every day? Kasi diba, once you close a client, may deadlines ka na dapat na ma-meet. So, how long did you actually learn the skill? That's a good question. So, yeah, I do 5 to 6 hours na lead generation per day when I was still starting, especially nung wala pa talaga akong client. But then when it comes to learning the skill, so 1 hour, 2 hours na parang sa manonood ako ng YouTube videos kasi wala pa akong pang-enroll before sa mga paid courses. That works already, but na-realize ko na mas natuto ako when I am actually doing it already. So for an example, Shopify, right? Since wala pa akong client before, I can create a Shopify partner account and then create like a dummy website just to get the feel of how how to build a website. So that's something that you can do as well kung wala ka pang client for now. So yeah. Yun lang naman. But like learning the fundamentals of the skill, like 1 hour, 2 hours, I think that works already. Noon talaga wala akong sapat na tulog. Like 3-4 hours, I'm not proud of it. But 3 to 4 hours yung sleep ko before and then just power naps during break time sa work. Ganun ako nag-sacrifice before. It's not something that, again, I would recommend, but I am a fan of putting in the work, really, and sacrificing kung meron akong gusto. Like, if I want it, I will do my best to get it.
So nowadays, pag meron kang to do, tapos pero let's say it's gonna take an hour, pero kukulangin ka ng sa 7 hours, like how do you decide kung, sige, push ko na tong 1 hour or hindi, bukas na?
Before matulog?
Hmm.
So usually kasi before matulog, mga light tasks yung usually kong ginagawa. So pwedeng watching videos, ganyan, like skill related videos, or pwedeng reading books. So mabilis lang yon most of the time, pero kung hindi ko na talaga siya magawa, kinabukasan na lang. So hindi ko naman siya pinipilit. Kasi hindi na rin siya ma-absorb ng utak ko kung pagod na ako like today. So that's gonna be useless. Itutulog ko na lang, tapos bukas na lang to. Ganun.
Okay, so okay ka na ba? Ang laki. May nagan.
Bakit? I think all good na. If you can post this, yung mga questions nyo. Ang dami, no?
Madami. Lagay natin dun sa comment section nung parang announcement para you can just reply to them pag kaya. And
Ito magandang question, last na lang. I promise. How do you show up on social media or post content, even if you're an introvert? Actually, nasagot ko to sa isang post ko last night, but someone asked me this question as well in person. And then I was like, I just do it. Kumbaga, if I am already making the video, minsan tapos na pala yung video, ipopost ko na lang, ganun. And then I will just edit that and then just post it. Kumbaga, hindi ko na siya na-overthink. Just hit the record video. And then people would appreciate you showing up. And then if you can see, you will be very proud of yourself once you hit that post button doon sa social media. And then that's like the biggest dopamine hit all the time. And then you would wanna do it again, like over and over and over again. So do not let being an introvert stop you from improving yourself. Kasi when I started doing or posting content, especially videos, I feel like dun ako mas naging confident pa. So I think someone asked that question earlier about being confident. So, and I don't even check yung mga kung ilan ba yung nag-like, ganyan, or kung ilan ba yung nag-engage dito. Basta ginagawa ko na lang siya. Kasi I am seeing results from doing it. So, one of the things that I've learned about or recently is that just keep doing what's working. So, for me, nag-work yung pagpo-post ko ng videos kasi I get a lot of inbound clients. Then I just keep doing it. Kasi it helps me, even if I'm an introvert. So I'm obsessed with self-development. Thank you. Thank you so much, Darwin.
okay. Anything to promote? Meron ka bang like do you want tribe members to follow you anywhere or
Probably Instagram because I always answer these kind of questions there. Yung mga not reply, I think it might help them.
sige, Instagram na lang.
Yeah, Instagram.
Ano yung Instagram?
Especially sa story. Sorry. I think pinost na ni Cyril.
Okay. Ayan, tama. And then, so guys, kung meron kayong prospects na naghahanap ng, Shopify, just refer them to Michelle na lang. Para at least, di ba, parang pasalamat natin for this amazing session. So,
Ay na ba? Malit na ba?
natuto ba kayo?
Hopefully natuto kayo. Like, yeah. Especially, nakaka-stress yung working from home, tapos wala ka pang kausap. So, hopefully ma-apply nyo yun para hindi tayo mabaliw.
Yeah, so badly need this. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much. Ella, may announcements pa ba tayo or anything happening? Meron tayong cold email training next week pero paid siya. Although tribe members get discount dun sa ticket. So I think na-email naman yun. Ayan. So stay tuned for next month's Life Mastery. Again, sa November, meron tayo yung regular na Skills Mastery every other week. And then Life Mastery sa end of the month. So, hindi ko pa alam kung anong topic, pero I think it's gonna be related dun sa affiliate training last time. So, yeah. Alright. So, salamat, Michelle. Salamat, Ella, Sai. And thank you, guys. 200 din tayo to the end. So, good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Salamat, Luis.
Bye. Thank you.
Recording
Thank
stopped.
you, Miss Michelle.
Good night. 3 minutes.